I'm not actually his joke. Funny joke. Laugh. Huh. You have a dick on your face.
Hello, this is Mr. Connector Fan 1406 here doing a behind the scenes type video for my crossover with MRMPS 2002. I thought it'd be kind of necessary to do it because we had a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of bloopers, things that I thought you guys might be interested in. So if you haven't already seen the video, then click the link right here, just right over this microphone, and you should watch that because this video is not going to make a whole lot of sense if you haven't seen it. With that being said, let's get started.
I thought you were going to go like hide in the closet. I was gonna make a coming out of the closet joke. It was gonna be real unacceptable.
Well, the initial idea for the video came after the success of my crossover with Wimmerelli Reviews, and I wanted to have a sequel video starring Eric Pierre 53. And that video, you know, if it was going to be as long or near the length of the previous one, I knew that it would take a really long time to get produced. So we would have to have some sort of in-between video, not necessarily in terms of the storyline, but in terms of just being released and having something that the audience would be able to see in between those two videos. At the same time, Matt told me that he was coming to California for a week, so, you know, we had to do something with that. And immediately, we went through a couple script ideas, and eventually we got down to the idea that would turn into the original script, which followed VINNIE and MPS as they got lost in San Francisco and had to return to their respective homes. This version was cut because we realized how little time we actually had to film together, and so we had to do something that wouldn't be as difficult to get there, and, you know, there'd be people walking by. It'd be a really big city and difficult to film in, so we had to move the production back to here in Redwood City. From the very first moment that Matt and I actually met up, there were quite a lot of problems. California is in a continual drought, but of course, you know, the one day that we need to film outside, it's pouring with rain. So we had a little over 2 hours to film half a video, and most of it took place outside. So we had to rewrite a good chunk of the script to take place in the room. Basically, there was still one scene that needed to take place outside, and for that, we went under a palm tree to get the best canopy and filmed. That lasted about 30 minutes, ironically around the same time it took to film that outside scene, and then my camera actually became waterlogged, and it's a $600 camera, so I was a little worried about that. It's fine, obviously, it's fine now, but for the rest of the video, we had to actually film it on my phone, which, you know, it has decent quality, but it's certainly not a, you know, DSLR. Even after Matt left, there was still a ton of work to be done. The opening scene and chase sequence was shot with my friend Oliver and took nearly 6 hours on location to complete. We went all through the neighborhood and eventually ended up at my high school, which has this huge open field that I thought would be perfect for the acid trip sequence. After that, I did some reshoots in the room and then had to film all the actors for the commercial at the end. That was a great chance to use a bigger cast for a video and to try like a new genre and editing type, you know, with the whole film reel thing, because that took a while to complete, but it was interesting and it was certainly something that I hadn't really done before in a video. At the same time, Matt was redubbing his lines and filming the crime scene. This video in particular was the first of mine ever to be edited without using iMovie. We used Final Cut Pro, and I thought that was a significant upgrade, because if you know iMovie, you know how ridiculously constricting and just difficult it is to use a lot of the time if you're trying to do more advanced videos with special effects and green screen, etc. But now I can play around with the aspect ratio, color correction, more green screen effects, and title design, and I thought that made this video particularly more interesting than previous ones, just because I had more freedom and therefore I could do more of the things that I wanted to do that I couldn't beforehand. After the first 2 drafts of the film were completed, it was uploaded to YouTube along with the first pre-recorded podcast episode, and now it's out there for you to enjoy.
Me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Then there's a dryer that comes out and it can like dry your anus. So.
Action. Wow-wee!
Make sure I don't hit the camera. Oh, there we go. MPS, a life story. And action. Hold it. It's completely steady.
A little bit this way.
Yeah.
There we go.
There.
There we
Stay.
go.
Don't. Good. Good. What is Reach in my pants, pull out a cylindrical object. Here we go. All right.
Oh boy, it's Lamar. This dude's been this dude's been trying to contact you too. Lamar.
Yeah.
This Lamar dude.
LeBron James. Yeah.
Love this dude, man. He's my favorite.
What a day to be a privileged. I can't say privilege.
Okay.
Dead puppies.
Okay. Action.
You know what really greases my oil?
Go. Did not take off the jackets.
Damn. No, stop! Stop! Stop!
Damn, goddamn.
Oh shit!
What are you doing?
I just saw a squirrel.
And?
Okay. I'm ready.
So Ringo, it's the end of the behind the scenes video. What do you have to say for yourself? That's what I thought.